good, everybody? John Grandstaff here, aka Dad Be Hustling, and I'm the dad who's out here in the streets hustling goods through Goodwill, Salvation Army, garage sales, even some retail arbitrage, and we take those goods and we flip them onto eBay, Amazon, Poshmark, and sometimes at Etsy and McCarty. If you like those type of videos, please be sure to hit the subscribe button and give me a like. Leave me a comment below. I'm also on Instagram at dad_be_hustling. Give me a follow. I'm happy to follow you back and network with you, and I look forward to starting to work with you and learn from you. So today's video is a short one. We're going to do a couple of things that I sold over the weekend, and then we're going to show you a few pairs of shoes that every time that I'm out sourcing, if I see them, I'm picking them up. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I do sell a lot of shoes on eBay and Poshmark. Mostly I look for Nike, Jordan brand, that kind of stuff to flip, but I also look for running shoes. Running shoes are a great brand, a great shoe to be selling on eBay and on Poshmark if they're in good condition. And here's three brands that I like to pick up when I'm outsourcing. First is New Balance. New Balance is a great shoe. They hold up really well. The resale value is really good, even in the pre-owned market. They do very well with retail arbitrage. And if you're familiar with retail arbitrage, I have a video just before this one on just dedicated to retail arbitrage, and I show you how I buy stuff at a low price in these discounted stores, and I sell them on Poshmark and eBay for almost full MSRP. Anyway, so New Balance shoes, when you're looking for New Balance shoes, a big thing with these kind of shoes is the colorway. You know, you like to see the bright colors. They like to pop. There's a lot of different styles though in New Balance and in some of these other brands I'm going to show you. So you have to educate yourself on the models. So certain models do better than others. This particular model here, these are the 1260s. These do very well. You'll see that the tread, you want to look at the tread on them as well. That's a big thing when you're looking for shoes. This one here is almost, these shoes are almost brand new. Could not believe it when I saw them. I bought these shoes. I think I paid $8 for these. Comps on these shoes were running anywhere between, on the low end for ratty shoes, about 49 bucks, and on the higher end for the newer models, you're looking close to $70. I plan on making about, I'm going to put these shoes on both my platforms. I'm going to cross list them for $49.95 plus $8.95 shipping, and then we'll see if we get any offers and play around with that there. Another brand of running shoe that I always pick up is Asics, especially the Gel Nimbus. These shoes here do fantastic on eBay and Poshmark, especially in the women's shoes. Again, you look for the bright colors, the nice colorway, the blues and the purples. These shoes are very well made. You want to make sure, again, that the tread's there. Now you'll see that there's a little bit of wear here. That's not a big deal. This is where they're going to be the most wear, and this is what people are looking for who do buy pre-owned shoes on eBay. I know it's crazy, right? When I first got into this game, I was like, people buy used shoes? I did not believe it until I sold my first pair. I've been reselling now not full-time, I'm a part-time reseller. I have a full-time job, but I resell, I source on the weekends, and sometimes there's a store that I always talk about in my videos that's between my work and my home, and I swing into that store about 3 times a week. And when I go in, and then that's pretty much where all my inventory comes from, except when I go on the weekends, I may go out source, or I may go out and do some retail arbitrage. But when I get into these shoes, this is what I'm looking for. And the people that do buy this stuff, they're looking for the tread, and it's going to be in the toe and in the heel. So if you have, when you're looking at these shoes and you're checking the comps, and what I mean by comps is that if you go onto eBay, and I've got my phone here, I'm going to show it up for you real quick. When you're on eBay, I've actually got several sales that happened this weekend, which is really cool. We'll go over a couple of those here shortly. But when you're going into eBay, if you're a reseller, you need to have the eBay app. The eBay app is important to have. And the reason why I say that is because you're going to check everything on that app. So you can go into the search bar here. We're going to search Asics Gel Nimbus. And so here you can see where people are selling this shoe. You know, you can just kind of scroll through here and see what people have for that. But what you like to do, especially with this, is that you see here on the side is that you have, let me go back up, you have this little filter right here, right? So this is where you're going to work. So when I talk about comps, I'm filtering it. So once you hit the filter button, you're going to come to this and you can filter your search down to several different things. So what I do is, what I first like to do is I go into the condition, right? So condition. So what that's going to tell me a lot of information right there. So you click condition. So if you look at condition, you're going to see the first line is new with tags, and there's over 8,000 people, 8,000 listings with new with tags. The second one is new without tags. So there's 348 listings new without tags. There's 13 listings with new with defects, and then there's 2,175 listings of pre-owned. So we can go in and look into the pre-owned if you want to, and then we can filter that down, click done, and then now you can scroll through and see what people are selling these for through pre-owned. And then what I like to do is I also like to go look at the comps. Now, comps is completed listings. So again, you go back into the filter on the eBay app, you scroll up to where you get to sold items, completed items. If you click sold items, it automatically selects completed items to go along with. Then you hit done, and now you're going to see all the shoes that have sold, right? So these are the shoes that have sold recently, and I can't really tell because I'm not looking here. But you're going to see that, you know, some of them are around the $30 range. Here's some for 22. Here's some for 49. Here's some for 69. Here's some for 72.15. Those are the exact same shoes I have, except just a little colorway here. So the color, the nice big bright colors seem to be what's demanding the best dollar. But another thing too is that you want to go for shoes that have big sizes, like 13, 14, 15, even up to 17 and 18. Those shoes right there, you're going to have a very small market of people that are going to be looking for that shoe, but that shoe in and of itself is a hard shoe to find. So unless these people are out, you know, shopping in Ross or Marshalls or TJ Maxx, or they're in doing something with a special, you know, online deal or something, they're out looking for these shoes. So if you can find shoes that are in those sizes, you're taking a nice big niche, in a sense, of a particular niche. So you're a niche inside of a niche, if that makes sense. So anyway, so A6 Nimbus, always a good seller for me. You know, that's going to be, I got these shoes I think for $5. Another shoe. So this is a Nike shoe, right? But this is a Nike, they call it all-terrain shoe. Again, this is a running shoe. You're going to check the tread. Tread's going to be really nice. You got to make sure that, you know, everything is there before you pick these up. With Nikes and these other brands as well, but especially with Nike, Nike has a very cool serial number on all of their shoes. And let me just kind of get to the tag here and see if you can see that. So here's a little quick pro tip for you. When you're taking photos of your shoes, I like to stuff my shoes with the plastic grocery bags to give it a nice full look and ready for photos. But anyway, back to the video. You're going to see that right here there's a serial number. Usually it's 6 digits and then dash, and the dash 002, that's the style, that's the size and the color. So there's going to be a different dash and so on and so forth, but those 6 digits are going to tell you what that serial number is, and you can typically put those 6 digits alone in your eBay search, and it's going to pull up that shoe, and then from there you can check the comps. Now that being said, let me get back into this app really quick. Sorry, I don't mean to to hold down stop the video here. But back into this shoe here. The reason why I bought these shoes, the comps were running for about 59 to 79 bucks, even on used ones. I got these shoes again for $8 at the same thrift store that I always go into. It's a fantastic spot, man. What's really cool about that place is like once you start doing this and you're going into like the same stores or stores, you start knowing the people that work there. They start recognizing you and they start understanding what you're doing. You're going to run into other resellers, man. I've met several resellers in that store that I've been into, and it's fantastic. And once you start networking with these people, they're going to give you some tips, because I'm a part-time reseller and I haven't been doing this very long. I started really focusing on reselling back in December, end of 2019, so that at the beginning of 2020 we're straight into this and trying to build my store. So far this year I've had 22 sales and I've made about almost $2,000, so not too bad. Now that's gross. I've netted, man, what have I net? I don't know, I'd have to go back and run the numbers. I'm probably pushing close to $1,000 profit on that, which is fantastic for me. Being a father of two young boys, any extra, if you're a parent, you understand that any extra dollar helps. And you are trading your time, for this money. But if you use your time wisely, and once you start doing this and you get an eye for what sells, you're going to start utilizing that time to the full maximum possibility that it is. I hear Lola coming back. Some of you guys have watched my earlier videos know my dog Lola Joy. She's my little pit bull mix. She may make an appearance here sometime soon. Actually, maybe right now. I think she's coming. Loli, come here. Say hello. This is Lola Joy, my princessa. You know what I mean? My little pit bull mix. She's a rescue. As I say in all my videos, every time my dog shows up, I say rescue's the way to go. You know what I mean? No need to go out and spend crazy money on a dog. Rescues make the best dogs, in my opinion. I think they realize that, you're kind of saving them in a sense, and in a sense they're saving you. I have 4 dogs, and they're all rescues, the best. But anyway, so once you start going into what? I'm making a video. Once you start going into these stores and you start learning some stuff, you're going to start utilizing your time to the absolute maximum. And one thing that I've learned is that I don't know women's clothing at all. So I'm not going to continue trying to sell women's clothing because I just don't know that space. Shoes I've done really well on. Hard goods I've done really well on. And men's clothing I've done really well on. Now, when I first started, I was picking up every Ralph Lauren shirt that I saw. Bad mistake. Though they do sell, they will sell. It is a very saturated market. However, the shirts that I seem to be selling the most of, and actually every one of these shirts that I've picked up, I've sold, are Brooks Brothers. So there's a couple of different types, maybe 3 or 4 different types. I don't know them all, but the 626, I believe it is. Every one of those shirts are sold for me. I'm usually picking them up for about $5. I'm selling them for about $18 to $20, depending on the size. Again, the size is important. The larger the size seems to be better. But yeah, I mean, Brooks Brothers, as well as it's a saturated market, but I think it's a little bit more in demand. Robert Graham is another shirt that I do very well with. I don't find them out in the wild very often, but when I do, and I do pick them up, I'm picking them up for around, they're a little bit more expensive, maybe $7, but I'm flipping them anywhere between $20 to $25, $30, depending on the style. But other cool things that if you see out there in the wild, I recommend that you pick them up every time. Stuff like this, especially if it's new in the box, or the box has never been opened, you know what I mean? You've got factory seals still on it. It's really cool. If you have the eBay app, this barcode right here, you can scan and search for this and look for the comps. I picked this thing up for $2. I sold it this weekend, sold it for $18 plus shipping. Nice little flip there. Not a lot of money, but still, I'm making a few bucks. But I want to show you the really cool flip that I made this weekend. Now this shirt, this is a brand that I've only seen this one time, but I knew as soon as I saw it that I had to pick it up, and because I knew it was going to sell. And as soon as I did search the comps on it, I was blown away by how much these shirts were selling for online. So the brand is Hood by Air, and you see these color graphics? The color graphic, that's what sold this shirt. That's what caught my eye. That's what I knew was going to sell. I paid $5 for this shirt. I sold this shirt this weekend for 50 bucks. Similar shirts were going for even more money. You know, I had this shirt, I think, listed for $65, but I took a best offer because I didn't know, you know. I had 3 people watching it. I probably could have got more money for it, but you know what? The first person that shot it to me, I'm like, you know what, you got it. And so that was it's a great flip. So if you ever see this brand out in the wild, Hood by Air, and particularly the long sleeves, and if they've got a crazy cool graphic like this, I promise you, you will make money with that shirt. Even some of their lower end t-shirts that are just, you know, just the logo on it, I think, which is the HBA, Hood by Air. Even some of those lower end t-shirts are still getting 15 and 20 bucks, you know, and you can probably pick those shirts up for just a few dollars. And we're flipping out there. Anyway, I think I'm going to end the video there, guys, you know what I mean? I sold a couple more things this weekend too, but I don't have them with me. One is a Costa Del Mar hat. I've actually, we sell them at my work, you know what I mean, and I get a really killer discount on them. So I just decided to throw one up there, and I got full MSRP plus shipping for it, you know what I mean? So I'm going to make about $10 on that hat, so I'm probably going to list more of them. And my work's actually cool with that because they're still getting paid and I'm getting paid, and we're moving products, so it's all good there. And then I sold a couple Brooks Brothers shirts, but I shipped them out yesterday on a Saturday, and so I don't have the inventory here to show you. And but anyway, that's it. I thank you very much for stopping by and watching this, and Lola thanks you very much for stopping by and watching this. Please make sure that you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. That way you know anytime I upload videos. I'm not a good YouTuber.